Nature of the shadow. Let us perform some activities to explain the nature of the shadow. Activity 1. Take a torch and cover its glass with a thick black paper having a small hole in the center. This will make a very small beam of light coming through the hole. Switch on the torch in a dark room and point it towards a ball. Observe the shadow of the ball on the wall. You will observe a dark shadow of the ball on the wall. Now take a torch with a broad glass cover. Switch it on in a dark room and point it towards a small ball. Observe the shadow of the ball formed on the wall. You will see that the shadow consists of two parts. The central part, which is quite dark, and the outer part, which is less dark. These activities show that the nature of the shadow depends upon the size of the light source. Activity 2. Switch on a small beam of torch light and point it towards a ball. Observe the shadow of the ball on the wall. Again, observe the shadow of the toy on the wall. You will see a different shape of the shadow. This activity shows that the shape of the shadow depends upon the shape of the object. Activity 3. Switch on a small beam of torch light in a dark room and point it towards a toy. You will see the shadow of the toy on the wall. Mark the shape of the shadow. Now, change the direction of the torch. Do not change the position of the toy. Again, note the shadow of the toy on the wall. The shape of the shadow is different now. This activity shows that the shape of the shadow depends upon the direction of the light source. Activity 4. Switch on a small beam of torch light in a dark room and point it towards a ball. Observe the shadow of the ball on the wall. Now, keep a bigger sized ball at the same place. Do not change the position of the torch. Again, observe the shadow of the ball on the wall. You will see a bigger sized shadow. This activity shows that the size of the shadow depends upon the size of the object. A big object makes a larger shadow as compared to a small object. Activity 5. Switch on a small beam of torch light in a dark room and point it towards a ball kept at a distance of 1 meter away from the torch. Observe the shadow of the ball on the wall. Mark the size of the shadow. Now, shift the ball to a distance of 2 meters away from the torch. Keep the position of the torch same. Again, observe the shadow of the ball on the wall. The size of the shadow is much smaller now. This activity shows that the size of the shadow depends upon the distance of the object from the source of light. If the object is closer to the source of light, a larger shadow will be formed. If the object is farther from the source of light, then a smaller shadow will be formed. Activity 6. Take a long wooden or iron stick and fix it in an open ground. Mark its shadow on the ground just after sunrise. Note its length also. After every hour of the day, note the position and length of the shadow. You will find that the direction and the length of the shadow changes with time. The shadow of the stick is longest at sunrise. As the sun moves up in the sky, the length of the shadow decreases. At noon, when sun is overhead, length of the shadow is the shortest. Again, length of the shadow increases as the sun moves towards the west. The direction of the shadow also changes with the changing position of the sun. A shadow is always formed opposite to the sun. This method was used in sundial or sun clock for knowing the time in olden days.